See again, um, when you, okay, never mind. It's something related. Yeah, it's done now. It's done. Yeah, yeah, can't do it now. That's fine. Yeah, I think when you put the cable, I can't control the voice. Yeah. What's happening here? Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, please. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Can you just leave it? Okay. We'll do this. Okay, and then you put that. Yeah.
Good afternoon to all of you. Welcome back to the afternoon session. We have a set of new people who have joined us in the afternoon. So anyway, students who were in the morning know Dr. Likha already. For the purpose of the people who have joined in the afternoon, I would like to introduce Dr. Likha Nawaf. She is from Cardiff Metropolitan University, a faculty there, and a research leader in the field of cybersecurity program. Program director for MSc Advanced Cybersecurity in the School of Technologies, Cardiff Metropolitan University. She is an expert in networks, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity. She is interested in understanding how AI techniques could be used to support distributed systems, education, etc. She has done many projects with Cyber Wales Cluster, then Women in Cybersecurity. She has been successful in securing a number of externally funded projects in different aspects of cybersecurity, and has been working with British Council for UK Saudi Challenge Fund Program. She supervises a number of PhD students also in the field of AI networks and security and cybersecurity. One of the objectives of the Karnataka Wales Partnership Program that we have is the scientists from UK will be visiting us. We'll interact of what are the best practices we follow here as far as research is concerned and what best practices they have there. So one of the workshops that we are going to have now is for research writing, research grant writing and projects. So related to that, I thought I'll also invite the young faculty and research scholars so that they can also get some inputs. And that's how all of you are here. On behalf of Department of Electronics and Bangalore State, I welcome all of you. And I welcome Dr. Likha also and request her to take over.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction, Professor Khan. And we'll wait till that problem will be sorted. So, good afternoon, everyone. I can see new faces from the previous session. So, I believe most of you are here as a faculty, right? Yeah? We have. All right, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to understand how we interact into bid writing, research project, and things like that. So I will review and show you what project we've been involved in, and myself as well. Plus, also what are the a process to write the bid and to collaborate with other partners from worldwide. So it's not necessarily we have internal project, we have external projects as well. So I will, okay. So the content of today's talk is just to go through a project, one of the big projects that I've been involved in. I was the PI, I was the principal investigator of that project. So So I'll go through the project, how we started, and what is the requirement to write the bid and to look into that. So I'll go through that, and then I will go through the second phase of that project as well, and how we come to that point. So first thing, there was a call from British Council, okay, if any university will be interested in interacting, let's say, for that project with Saudi Arabia. So that project was considering more females into cybersecurity, because we have an issue back in UK. We have a problem with females. So we don't have a lot of females in that sector. So the partnership of that project, focusing how to collaborate with Saudi Arabia, we learn from them or they learn from us. So we share what are the collaboration in terms of involving more females into the project. So that's myself. I was the investigator, principal investigator of the project, and then my two colleagues, Dr. Charminder and Dr. Fiona. Okay, so this is just to show you what was the point or what was the objectives of that project. The first thing was mobility. There was mobility of staff and mobility of a PhD student. So we were concentrating on a PhD student. We invited them to our school, and our PhD student as well, they went to Saudi Arabia. So I will go through the outcome of that project, but first we need to understand what was the objectives. So the main objectives, as I said, is the best practice between the two schools. So we invited King Abdulaziz University, which is a well-known university in Saudi Arabia, and we also promote to design a curriculum between the two countries. So the most part, or I would say the main objective of that project is the joint PhD program. So we were thinking how to make a joint PhD program between the two universities, like that, as I did. I invited PhD students, 3 females, to our school. They stayed in our school. They collaborate with researchers, with students, depending on what is their project. And they were all from cybersecurity. And then the same thing from our student as well. We sent 3 students as well, 3 PhD students to Saudi Arabia. They collaborate and they share best practice and so on into the research. So again, we concentrate here on the females, mobility female. So that was our goal, is the clear benefit wanting to work in the field of cybersecurity to enable the postgraduate to involve in that project. So we call it exchange student, or we can call it a joint PhD program. By the way, we as Cardiff Met, we involve industry in our research, in our delivery of any program we have. We involve industry. So when I say involve industry, to make the student aware what is the real scenario, what is the real life, what's going on in cybersecurity, the new technology. So we always involve industry. We invite them to give events or provide as a guest lecturer and so on. So that project was also involving industry. Cyber Range we involved, so they provided us with events and so on. So as I said, the long term of that project is to build good relationship with Saudi Arabia curriculum, so we called it a joint PhD program. So like, for instance, students from Saudi Arabia, they will come and visit us, they will collaborate with researchers there, with somebody will supervise them from our side, and the same thing with our students, they will be going to Saudi Arabia and will do the same thing. So, as I said, oh, I'm coming back. I'm not used to this. Okay, so do you have a sound system here? Can I use this link? Yeah? Okay. Sorry? Yes. Can be, okay. So, now what? Okay. What's happened with my mouse? Okay, let me use this. I think it's better. Okay. It seems like we can do both. The pointer and yeah, never mind, it's all right. So forget about this. Okay, for this project we need everybody to know about it, right? So what do we need to do? We need to promote the project. So more people will be involved in that project, not just in UK and Saudi Arabia. So what's this? Where's the sound? Oh, it's off, yeah. It's okay, I can't switch it on. Okay, while he fixes this, let me talk about this. Okay, so what happens here is, as I said, there is a collaboration between King Abdulaziz University and Cardiff Met. So we need to promote that project. We need to have it on social media, YouTube, so we can expand on that project. So that's the first step we did. And then since then, there were more universities are interested to join our project. So we like clustering your conference. When you're going to promote it, there will be a lot of people, interested to join your conference, right? So same thing here with that project. It was funded by British Council, but okay, British Council will say, okay, this is the bunch of money, okay, work on the project, and for the sustainability, it's your work and job to continue with that project. So when we started with this project, we thought, okay, I've never thought we're gonna be carrying on with that project. I thought it's gonna be 1 year, but I was amazed to see the amount of people who were interested inside the UK as a university and also in Saudi Arabia. And we're talking about high-ranked universities like King Saud, King Abdulaziz. If you Google them, they are #1 in the Middle East. Okay, so these people, they were interested to collaborate with us. We expand on the project, and is this going to work? So we invited the people from. Okay, that's good. Okay, so as I said, there's a professors coming, the dean, and can you start this from the beginning? That's research outreach to promote the project. Which one? Later. Okay, going back here. What's this? Okay. Yeah, okay. I can share these links for you because I don't want to go through all this. Okay, so as I said, okay, so there was a collaboration between the two universities. So what was the outcome out of this? It's more into research. So we come up with 5 publications, 2 good journals, top journals, and also we had book chapter, and also we had, that was the beginning of it. And then we come up with, before we go to this, I think I need to talk about in terms of who was involved here. As I said, we are concentrating on females. So we recognize that Saudi Arabia, they have more females interacting in technique, in School of Tech, cybersecurity, than what we have in the UK. Like when I teach in the class, I would have 2 females, and the 30 of the students are males. So when I started at Cardiff Met, I was the only female in cybersecurity. So that shows there is, in School of Technology or any school, we have to be there as a females. We have a place for us. So we invited women in cyber. We involved women chapter. So Shini was promoting for women in chapter. So that's another thing involving women to be the ambassador of the chapter for women in cybersecurity. So all the collaboration was involved with women. We want more women to be involved. Even the students who were traveling from Saudi Arabia to UK and from UK to Saudi Arabia, they were females, they were PhD. So we concentrate on the postgraduate student. So moving on, the second phase, that we completed the first phase. So as I said, we came out with 5 publications with the big journals, plus we built on establishing the joint PhD program to carry on with the project. Then we thought, okay, we finished the first step, and then after promoting the project, we start having requests from other universities to join us. So I invited 2 more universities from UK and two more universities from Saudi Arabia. We went there, we invite them, we gave them our proposal, but now we start thinking, okay, the project, it worked very well. We had a good outcome of it. It met the requirement of the proposal that we've been given. So next step, okay, we're going to invite these people, these universities. They accepted our invite, but now we have another proposal. I wouldn't say another proposal. I would say we expand our first proposal. We are involving now the undergrad, not just postgrad. So the vision is to make the international partnership of education and research in terms of integrity, equality, diversity, and inclusion. Okay, so gender is very important. Diversity is very important in research, especially in cybersecurity. So that's why we say our goal is to expand the project, expand the high level of education, undergrad, postgrad. Then we build the experience of showing a different career path. So we want to see what these students are interested in. So through enterprise and innovation activities. So to grow the culture understanding as well. So in the UK we have different culture than Saudi Arabia. So here we're going to share in terms of the language is going to be involved, culture. So all these supports will be involved in the project, and that's going to be through school workshops and so on. So the plan of the second phase of the project, or second phase, is the enterprise and innovation activities like even summer school activities. So students from Saudi Arabia will come and visit us during summer, and we will provide them with workshops. We will provide them with what do you call it? More research intercourse with our students. We can also give external supervision. So I can, and any one of my colleagues, they can be external supervisor to these students in Saudi Arabia. Instead of they can do their supervision as an external supervisor. We were looking also on building annual conference, as the conference you had for the last 2 days. We will be having an annual conference between Saudi Arabia and UK, concentrating again on the cybersecurity. So student seminars, even the first phase we had every month we had a seminar. So these students, they will deliver to see what is the stage of their research. And there will be collaboration from our side or their side to assist these students in their research. That will continue monthly. Competition, we come to this point. So in terms of the competition, the first Peer 1 project, the partnership project, we provide students with Capture the Flag. I believe you all know here Capture the Flag. Yeah? Okay. So it was a course of 3 events. So I invited students from Saudi Arabia and from our school. And the 4th event would be a competition between these students. On the 5 winners, they received a prize which was worth 500 £500 for each student. So that's the end of the Capture the Flag. So with the Peer 2, we're going to change the course, which is the hackathon, or any other kind of courses would be given for the student who will be benefiting in that field. Sustainability knowledge, which, as we said, we are in the process of sustainability because we don't want the project to stop here and that's it. So what was the point of the project? Any project you build, you start, you have to think of the sustainability. So to carry on and to expand the project and to expand the collaboration, the sharing of knowledge, and so on. So we, as we said, from the beginning, we were targeting PhD students. but now we want to expand. So we're not concentrating just on PhD. We want to involve undergrad. We want to involve master students. So what does the student gain from this when they involve in these types of research, collaboration, projects, and so on? What do you think they're going to gain from this? A part of the experience they will get. So when they graduate, they need to provide with a CV. That's, I think, even here, right? If you want to apply for any work, you would provide your CV. So that kind of projects will boost the student CV, that they have experience, they have practice, they have, and also it's international collaboration. So that's really will boost their CV. It's not just the idea of a project like financial wise or knowledge or whatever. Okay, so now we are in the second stage. We finished money. So we need more money now, right, for the project to be continued. So what do we need to do? This is the main part for you as a faculty. You need to apply for a fund. So I will start searching and looking for calls. So if the British Council will give a call, or Global Wales, or Global Academy, UKR. So all these are the people who provide funds for education. So that's the first thing we will be looking into when we run out of money, to make the project a sustainable process. Okay, so these are the universities who were invited from UK, University of West England. They were invited and they accepted our invitation and they were involved. Cardiff University. Cardiff University is big university in Wales as well, and they are very involved in international projects. And then with Saudi Arabia, we added, so we started with King Abdulaziz, who they were our partner of that collaboration. And then we invited Prince Noura. This university, you can't imagine how big. It's like a city, and they are filled of females. All the students are females. For us, we won't even collect a quarter of that in whole UK. I wouldn't say in the Wales only. And King Saud is #1 in the Middle East university. So they both happy to collaborate with us and involve in that project. So what I need to consider here is that this project was focusing on females, but at the same time, we're not going to say, okay, guys, boys, you're not involved in this project. No, they are more than welcome, but the idea is we want to boost the number of the females to be involved. So again, to write a bid or to write a project, the first thing we look for calls. Okay, if there is any calls going on for that project or any other project, and we find what is the theme of that project. So, okay, I found the theme of the project. Okay, is it cybersecurity? Yes, I'm involved in cybersecurity. Then I need to find the partner who needs to collaborate in that project. We'll have a discussion. And then happy, both partners, and then we come up to the point of writing the bid. So this is the most difficult part in any project you apply to, because you need to meet the requirement of their bid. British Council, UK research, innovation, and so on. So when we come to write the application, if we don't write or we meet their requirement, that's what is their outcome, what is the objective of the project, and so on. It's just like when you come to write a proposal for research. It's similar, but this is in more advanced way. We need to give evidence. So it's not just say, I would do this, I would do that. Okay, what is the evidence you have? You're going to do it. Like, for example, for Pier 1 that, okay, we have evidence. The first part was very successful. We met all the key pointer indicator that they requested or we wrote in the application. So when they go back and see, oh yes, we met the requirement, and we're supposed to write 3 publications, we did 5 publications out of that project. And we are talking about good journals, good conference, high number of students. We involved 350 number from Saudi Arabia, and other females also from the UK, around 50. When I say 50, I meant faculty, student, and staff, okay? So that's in terms of the writing the bid. So as I said, it's the most important how you intercourse with the project requirement. Plus, I have a few points here just to remember. Write good proposal, and that proposal must meet the requirement of the caller, okay? And find a good collaborator. So I wouldn't go with a partner which have no experience, they have no background in this field. So that would not make it easier for me. So I just like to show you a few things here as well. Okay, yes. As I said at the beginning, the project has already achieved many outcomes, including implementing the joint PhD program for cybersecurity, sustainable collaboration. So with collaboration, like we have seminars from every month with a student, we meet the student, we extend our collaboration with females, women in cyber. We imply events like women in cyber, women in cyber chapter as well, and so on. So to explain, as explained through the partnership approaches, we have already realized that there are many outcomes. So that's why it motivates us to go further and to move on with the collaboration. So you can see in this poster, we gave a prize for students who were, sorry, okay, if that's clear, yep. I think I missed something here, the poster. I'm not sure. Yes, yeah, that's the poster, it's clear here. Yeah, so that's in terms of the project. I also have internal projects, small projects. That's how we expand or how we learn. I've started with a small project. We're talking about internal projects. And now I have the experience. I can move on with bigger projects. So you guys here, if you have no experience in writing a project or bids, I would start with a small internal project, and then I can move on to expand. Because the most important here in writing bids or writing, involving in a project is the experience. If you get the experience, you can move on. You can collaborate with other partners, or you can have your project as internal, and so on. Internal, external, it doesn't matter. So that's in terms of writing the bid and involving into a project. So it doesn't have to be with Saudi, it could be with India. So our next approach is India. So myself and my colleagues, she's leading that project in terms of the involving with India. So she will expand on this research. So next step, we will collaborate maybe further into that. We can add more objectives into this project. Maybe we will invite a student from here to visit us and to work on that particular course or project and so on. And could be from our side as well. We send our students to you and to learn from you. What is your approaches in research? What is your approaches in learning, in teaching? So that's the point of the collaboration in the project. We learn from each other's. We learn, okay, the way you use, and we teach you the way we use, and we share, okay? So it's very important, as I said, you expand on your experience. We don't stop here, we move on. And I think we can see this everywhere. Everybody's working very hard on research and the projects. Yeah, would you like to add anything for females? Yeah, please come. Okay, Shini is also active female in research and female in cyber. Yeah, you are the ambassador. You can introduce yourself and talk about that. Yeah, please. Yeah. No.
All right, so good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much, Lika. I think from Lika's presentation, she highlighted the fact that one set of projects that we do, especially focusing on females, I'm really sorry, because I can see a large number of men or women in this room, I mean, people with respect. It's not just to discriminate or anything, or anything. It's because, first of all, I'm delighted to see so many females in this room, because the scenario back in UK is
are the list of the funding a project. Okay, that, as I said before, we have ideas. We have ideas and research, and then we need somebody to support us in these ideas. So and then we start thinking of applying for a fund. And as I said, if there is a call from British Council, we'll apply. If there is call from gender equality strategy, because this is more related to gender. So that's what, for my project, that's what I'm looking for. Something to support females into project. UKRI, but it's not necessarily they support just females or just, a woman in cyber or women in tech. It could be for any project. These are the funders. So there could be, like from Saudi side, they have funders, a part of the government. They have cybersecurity assurance as well. So they would be applying. So it's not just from our side as a UK. If we want this project to be sustainable, so they have to participate as well, like India now and Cardiff Met, UK. So it is not to share, to collaborate, to exchange the knowledge. All right? So if you Google now on YouTube, and you'll find how this research has been expanded. From that promotion, I've received 2 students, PhD. I don't know them. They just contacted me. I said, we are very interested in this project. And then they gave a proposal. And I'm supervising them now. So one of them is in the 2nd year, and a new one's going to start in January. So that's what I said. When we have a project, we need to promote our project over the media. Now you see everybody's involved with social media. Now I'm sure most of the students yesterday, they said we just Googled you, and you have LinkedIn. We've seen your CV, we've seen your research. So even you, when you go to any place for research or for attending anything, you would like to know that person. What would you do? You would search, right? So that's why promoting any project on media, on YouTube, that will expand. We will say spread the word around. So we are a small world now, right? So, I mean, we can contact people in the States in 1 second, in 1 minute. If we talk about the old days, it's so difficult. So, yeah, Google and you will find a lot about the project. And I'm happy to answer any question. Any question? Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me clarify this. For that project, I applied for it myself. Before I apply, I asked the Saudi people, are you interested in that proposal? They said, yes, we are interested. So I wrote the application, I submitted the application from Cardiff Met. So the money went to Cardiff Met, but because whatever you put in the application, in terms of the costing and the pricing, because in the costing and pricing, there will be portion going to Saudi Arabia because there will be events involved in Saudi Arabia. There will be a student from Saudi Arabia. So the budget will cover both universities' expenses. So for you, when you say you apply from here, so it depends on what you write in the application. Will that budget expenses cover both? Which it should be, and will be related, like what we have here, the tape, that's Welsh government. So, well, if I want to make a network with India, they will support the mobility between you guys and us, or I want to make a network with America. I have to write a proposal. Why do I want to make this?
Mobility program with different institute, and they might probably be there for like 2 weeks,
6 months, up to 6 months. Yes, can be. So, yeah, student can be sent to the state if they have part of their research. They want to complete it there, or they want to be working on their research. This will be funded as well. So there are different and many variety in terms of funding. So funding is not just for us as a colleagues. We concentrate more on the student. Yeah, to support them. Yes, there are plenty. Of course, somebody has to be identified there. Yeah, it depends. Where's the funder? Here. Yeah, as we said, it's similar to all these. Okay, that if the funder is in the UK, the funding, the call being in UK, okay, for all these funders. So funders of the project. So the PI, we can have PI from India and PI from the UK. It doesn't matter, but the thing is, the application and the submission has to be done through the UK institution. How you can find? Emails, contact them, talk to them, and then see if they are interested. Are you talking in terms of a student? As a student or as a colleague? Yeah, we. Yeah, as I said, they want to apply for a fund. They have to find a partner to collaborate with. That's the first step you have to think of. Okay, now I want to go to the state, and I need to work in San Diego. They had a good research for my previous project, wireless and blah blah blah. And then I thought, okay, I will contact San Diego few faculties. I went through their website. I saw their interest. If their interest meet my requirement as well, I will contact them, and then we can go. What do you call it? The Fulbright. We have another type of funding, a Brightful or something. That's between Fulbright. Yes. Okay, between America and the UK. So these type of things. I mean, nobody will come and knock your door and say, okay, do you want this? We have to investigate. This is the point of the research. We have to find out. We have to deep into it further and see what we can get out of it. So it's not always you'll be secure or your application will be successful from the first time. A lot of applications of mine, they were not successful, but I've learned from that. It could be a competitive sometime, and sometimes could be I didn't highlight exactly what they need. So it's very important, the application before the partner. Partner is the first. You find the partner and then the application. You need expert people how to support you and help you in filling out the application. And very competitive everywhere. Yeah.
And from the student point of view,
Yeah.
our cybersecurity students, electronic students, computer science are doing their 6-month project work in the industry. Some industries there in India which is sponsor in terms of the project.
Can send them, yes?
Can we contact you and get some idea into advanced technology where we can work?
Of course, yes. Yes, sure. Because at the same time, we are in contact with a lot of industry. I mean, SANS, everybody knows SANS, right? It's worldwide. We interact with SANS, we interact with CyberRange and other well-known industries. So they will be happy to support our students as well. So this is kind of, research and collaborating with a student. And as I said, if a student finds a supervisor or somebody back in the UK, they are in their field, they can contact them. Many students, they contact me and they say, okay, I want to do the MSc, but do you have internship? Okay, who's going to fund this? Who's going to do that? This is my proposal. This is my work. Are you interested? So that's how we start in terms of students. They have to contact the people in their field, in their area, and see what they can get out of it. So there's a lot of funding for students going, but the student needs to highlight exactly what they want. Where is the need? Is it matching your proposal, your requirement, and so on? Yeah. Yes. Sorry? Yeah, please go ahead.
It's not directly related to this project.
Yeah.
Many of the Southeast Asian countries are offering the student exchange programs.
Yeah.
Many students in India, they explore their studies in Indian region.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have any such programs in your place so that we can have a student exchange program in respect to the
You mean visiting student visiting UK?
student visiting UK and UK students visiting India, so that they will learn the, for example, yoga is one of the
Yeah.
area in which many
I-
students from other countries will visit for your short programs also. Will stay for some time and they will
Okay. The TAFE Welsh government, in terms of our school, they have every. I think I've seen that so many times. They do it in our school. They send a student, a group of students, to, let's say, Europe. Most of it they are
sending to Europe.
sending to Europe. Okay, they stay for internship, or they stay for a visit. Okay, a short visit it could be, and that would be supported by project. But I'm not aware if we had any students sent to India. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, just a thought. If you are interested in seeing the student exchange program, what I would say is probably please either ask or you can submit a proposal highlighting that you would like to have a student mobility program, and then as long as you outline the objectives and etc. So there might be a chance you will be able to get some funding from funding body as part of that. So it's a project, but the application needs just the mobility. I mean, there is a scope with that.
Yeah. Yeah, but a student can't apply. It has to go through the supervisor and the institution. Yes, institution can.
Sponsor.
Yeah.
They may collect the fees from the student, but the activities being supported by the institution, like the university.
Yeah. Again.
So they will send the students along with their faculty also. They will spend time and they will study here.
Like how Korean,
Not Korea. There is one university in China, Gwangju University. They collaborate with some university in India. They bring the group, like one first year student, a second year student. The students will be there, they are registered students, and they will bring here. For some days they will be here. So this will kind of extending program is not the
Yeah, that's.
university also.
I think that's exactly as what I explained earlier. The exchanging the program, mobility staff, and student mobility. So I wrote the application, the proposal. I said I'm going to have 5 PhDs or 6 or 10, whatever. Okay, and then they accepted that the application. I got funded. I have the money now. I can send the student. Then we'll have the mobility will be in a process. But you telling me, okay, I have a student and then I want to send them to the UK. Okay, do you have fund? Do you have project? So it has to start from the basic, the initiative has to start from a research project proposal. Yeah, okay? Yes. Everything sustainable. I mean, traveling expenses, accommodations, living. I had one of my students. She stayed 40 days, and we covered every single thing, everything in the project. So, at the end of the day, this is the point of the project, to support the student. Yeah. Okay. Yes, different disciplines will be involved in the project. So coming back to, I think, who asked the question in terms of a student, what would they go there? So these journals and book, they came out from student work, because when I send student to Saudi or student come from Saudi here, what is their outcome? Because they're working on their research. They want, the student we sent to Saudi, they visited like private school and local school. That was a comparison to see the technology. In private school was high because they have money, they can pay for it, while the local schools, they did not have the high technology in teaching system. And one of the journals here was to enhance cybersecurity governance in SME. So that student visited a couple of social media, SME companies, small companies, and get a data out of this, and then she did a comparison, the same thing she did in the UK. So she went to see what is the in terms of the cybersecurity governance policy for the SMEs in the UK, and then there was a very, very high rate in terms of MSc. We support SME in UK more than compared to Saudi. So this type of outcome research has shown a good success of the project, and we're still in the project, and as I said, we are expanding. We can involve not just cybersecurity females, we can involve, it's not necessary for this project, any other projects, as long as we can engage all students in any partnership project. Yep. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, there will be different departments in terms of costing and pricing for our school. Like, okay, I wrote the application, but I'm not a finance person. I wouldn't know how much would cost me to travel and how much would I need to pay for the industry, companies and blah, blah, blah. So there is a special people specialized, and they will do the costing and the pricing. Yeah, so this is not our job. Each department in the school, I believe even you here, you would have your own department for the costing and pricing. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, that brought me to a point. Thank you, Shini. When we submitted our proposal, we put costing and pricing, and that was during COVID-19. I think it was, yeah, we at the end of COVID-19. So what happens, we put the prices, I mean, the finance, they put the prices during the COVID-19, it was very low then. And then when we were successful for the project, now we need to process. And we saw, like, for example, the ticket airline, we put, it was 600 that time. And then on the time when we went to travel, it went double, 1,200. So what are we going to do here? So always there is a backup in the finance. They put amount of money, they call it emergency. So that's nothing in our hand. We can't control it. But something will support the expenses. So that's why I say there is a special people. They know if they haven't done this, it would be so difficult to fit all the expenses for that project. So, yeah. You're welcome.
I would like to think sometimes opportunities combine the funds.
What do you mean?
Like for instance, like if I wanted to do a project and if I only had £5,000,
Yeah.
I might have some funding remaining from a different, like for instance, the original.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I combine those two?
You can't combine it, but you have to give evidence. Why did you spend this money for your project? Like, for example, there was an event for some other project, and they needed support. I have the money, so how can I involve this? So I involve students from Saudi Arabia to engage in that event, and at the same time I can support my other colleagues in their project. So it's a kind of collaboration even in funding. Like we have center, cybersecurity center, and the school, they will allocate money for each center. And that center has this money is to be paid for any events, for publication, and so on. And then I had a publication, but I ran out of money from my fund, so I went to the center and I said, I need you to fund me for my journal. So they paid for the journal, or if there we have an event, like the women, we had an event for women before I come, it was on the 12th of, and I had no money to support this fund, to support the event. So I went back to the center. Okay, can you support us with this event? They have the money. Yes, we can support because you are cybersecurity colleagues and also the event related to cybersecurity. So there's always a collaboration between internally between colleagues, between the fund we have. Yeah. Sorry? Yes. The time period, as I said, the British Council, when they funded us, okay, this is the money and you have to spend that money and you finish all the objectives and the KPI during a year. And then I thought, oh, I can't, because there was a delay because of the COVID. And then I said, okay, can you extend the period? Okay, for how long? So I gave an evidence, why do I need to extend the project? Because of these situations. So they gave me another year to extend the project, and also I used the money left over to expand on the project, so going for sustainability. So if anything left out of the money, it has to go back to the British Council. I can't take it, or the school, they can't take it. So it has to go back. So it's always recommended, the money has to be spent all, because if you return back the money, they would say, okay, your calculation wasn't correct. So there was a question mark will be. So it's recommended you spend all the money you receive. Of course, you spend it not on something else. You have to spend it, that's what you located in the application. What was the expenditure for? Yeah, so things like that. So yes, it was 1 year, but I extended it for another year, and because I expand the project with other universities, and we going further on that project, we continue. So this is the point. Yeah. Any question? Any project? Um, um, as I said, we have to watch calls will come, like a British Council or any of the funders, they will give call, and the call depending on their theme. What is it? Is it for gender equality? Is it for tech? It depends what is their call, and then we can submit a proposal. I can't pick a theme. It's not in the call, out of my head. So the theme, it's already been given by the funder. We want you to do, yes.
If it is related to gender studies,
Yeah.
is some position reserved for women?
Oh, yeah, of course. Like, my project is Women's in Cyber. what's Chami's doing here then? Why he's, what was he doing here? Okay, so even these people here, okay, you can see these men. I involved, they can be, but the idea is we concentrate, we try to motivate females, but that doesn't mean we don't take male as well. So in terms of student, faculty, and you can see that the two partners from Saudi Arabia, the Dean of Computer Science Cybersecurity, and both the professors are male, right? And then they involved two females as well. And from my side, I had Chaminder. What is he doing? He's male as well, right? So we can't live without you guys. You have to be there. But we're trying to motivate the females to go more in tech. Yeah?
No, in India, if you want to do some gender-related study, they expect us to have a woman member in the team.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
When the two people are supporting, or three people are proposing a project.
It's recommended, I think, even in the UK. It will make the project strong in terms of resilience of the project. It's recommended to see female. I remember Chani always say, I think that project needs a female face, so come and join us. I said, okay, happy to do that. So always female have to be there in any project, yeah. What was that, sorry? In our school? We do, I mean, we have how many, we have 7 programs, okay, for a master, you're talking about, yes. I can see still there are more males in all tech, but I can see now we do have females in cyber, but I see more females go to computer science than cyber. Robotics, we have female in robotics program as well. Data science, I think even higher than computer science for female. That's in the School of Technology you're talking about. But in terms of the whole university, we see more females in education, sociology, department and program, management. They will go more into that field. But School of Technology, no, it's very low. Yeah.
In India, there are agencies, they support projects,
Okay.
and they call the project 5 women to attract those females into.
You do have the same thing. Okay.
Which is that agency, which DSP also gives for women.
Well, send your student to us then, if they support. Or do you want our student to be here?
What I mean to say is,
Yeah.
Government of India is funding women scientists.
That's good. Even the UK, they do have kind of support for women, like Cyber Wales. We do have events from time to time. We meet as a females for Cyber Wales. They do I mean Welsh community. They do support, but again, it's not that amount of support. So, but we get in there. Yeah, even British Council, they support females. Yeah. Any more questions in terms of writing bid, project, proposal? Free to ask. I hope I wasn't boring for you guys. It was something benefit for you. All right. Thank you.